Well, the first thing is deciding what your brand is. Not going right ahead and just forging ahead online and saying, well, I'm going to be here and that's my brand. You define your brand first, so you develop that strategy and decide what you stand for. And then the number one thing is be consistent across all platforms. So when you're Twittering or you're on LinkedIn and you're on Facebook or any of the social media sites, that you are appearing identical across that platform. So you decide what you stand for and then make sure that you're very consistent with that. That's probably the most important thing. Well, I think if you go at it believing first that when it comes to etiquette and how you treat one another and kind of the basic rules of give and take and courtesy and respect, that's the same across whatever platform. So the only difference is that a couple of things, that with the Web 2.0, it's accelerated. There's more opportunity to do more. If you go to a networking event, on average there's maybe 50 to 100 people there. If you're on LinkedIn, there's 40 million, so the numbers are certainly much bigger, and Twitter, and they're much larger there. So the platform base is huge, but the basic principles of networking are identical. And the more that you simply go at it from what can I do for somebody else, the pay it forward mindset, in person or online, the more you're going to accomplish. You know, my whole history of successfully building my career, building my business, has always been that I first think about what can I do for this person. That is the pay it forward. And it always comes back. It has never not come back to me in spades. Making an introduction to two people out of the blue, sending something to somebody because I saw them, something in their profile that they were interested in, and I say to them, hey, go look at my book list. There's a book there that's really appropriate for what you're saying. And the truth is that people, when you almost have created this great feeling of warmth and appreciation, they are going out of their way looking for ways to help you, and you don't even have to be asking them or telling them how. Not that you can't say, by the way, it would be helpful for me if you ever see somebody who does this, could you make that connection? Yeah, that's fine, but just make sure that you're not going in it for what's in it for you, but rather what's in it for them. Yeah, you know, how many times in our life you track somebody down 6 months later and you say to them, they say, oh, I went here and I won this award, and you go, God, I wish I had known that. And then you kind of walk away and you think, God, if I had known that, I would have sent them a note, and it's kind of late now, it's 6 months or a year later. Whereas now, with the internet, people Twitter about something or they go on LinkedIn and say something, you can acknowledge them right away, and that has such impression. I just had a gentleman who was named, he actually completed some work, he's an attorney, and he completed some very difficult credentialing, and he's a very busy attorney. And I sent him just a quick note like, wow, congratulations, took a lot of hard work. I really, congratulate you for that. He sent me a personal note back. He said, thank you so much for noticing that. So people like to be noticed. And you have so many opportunities for that on Facebook. So instead of kind of Facebook or Twitter or any of the social media, instead of just think, oh yeah, that's interesting, think, wow, I bet they'd appreciate it if they knew that somebody saw that.